Hey, thanks for dropping in. I'm going to switch things up a bit for this video. It's a weeknight, and I have to get dinner going so that Nova can make her bedtime. So what I've got here is about 900 grams, or 2 pounds of chicken breast, which I cubed up into bite-sized pieces. I hit it with a pretty healthy pinch of salt, and now some freshly cracked black pepper as well. Next, I'll drizzle in a little oil. Veg, not olive. Then give it a mix to spread the seasoning around. Now come to spices. This is paprika, chili powder, and turmeric. Exact amounts will be listed in the description. I'll pour this on and mix it well to combine. Then this goes in the fridge to marinate for about 30 minutes. Okay, on to the cooking. And yes, this is different from my usual format of going through the ingredients first. I'm testing things out, trying to streamline things, searching for the best way to present these recipes in video format. If you have an opinion, good or bad, please let me know in the comments, because I'd love to know what's working and what can be improved. And while you're there, you may as well hit those like and subscribe buttons. Why not? Kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Okay, as you can see, I'm starting things off by putting a little veg oil and unsalted butter in my pan, which is on my very uneven burner. I'll have to get leveled. While we're waiting for the butter to melt, I'll get into the background for this recipe. This past weekend, I ordered Indian delivery for dinner. My wife, T, ordered her usual butter chicken. Now, we've ordered from this restaurant before and didn't have any problems, but for some reason, this time when her butter chicken arrived, it just didn't look right. It was more brown than the vibrant orange that butter chicken usually is, and when she tasted it, it was instantly obvious that it wasn't butter chicken, at least not the butter chicken we expected. It had a ton of onions and black pepper. I checked my computer to confirm what I'd ordered and saw that the restaurant had like 3 different variations of butter chicken, or chicken in butter sauce, as they called it on their menu. I'm going to pause here for a second while I put my marinated chicken in the pan. I want to get it browned and about 3/4 of the way cooked. Okay, back to the story. So as you may have guessed, I ordered the wrong butter chicken, which takes us to tonight. To make up for my gaffe, I offered to make my wife butter chicken, or something like it at least, because I don't actually know how to make authentic butter chicken. Which reminds me, I should probably put up a disclaimer in case the title of this video wasn't clue enough. This is not authentic butter chicken. Alright, so now that that's clear, the bones of this recipe comes from CookPad. Link is in my profile. CookPad is a repository of recipes that I've been contributing to for years. One of the members there, username Mia Maria from Lebanon, posted a butter chicken cheat recipe that I've made and modified a couple of times. It's not true butter chicken, but it's close enough that, if you shut your eyes, you might get fooled that you're eating something sort of resembling it. At the very least, it's close enough to get me out of the doghouse for screwing up a delivery order. Or so I hope. Alright, that's more than enough backstory. Time to move on. I'm going to let this chicken cook a couple more minutes. The chicken's brown and mostly cooked, so it can come out. There's more liquid than I'd like in that pan, so I'm going to drain it. Now I'll add a splash of fresh veg oil to the pan. And add 1 large white onion, roughly chopped. I want to sweat this down for a minute or so. I don't want to caramelize the onion, just soften it. The onion's about where I want it, so next I'll add 4 cloves of finely chopped garlic. Then about 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I'll stir this in and let it cook until the tomato paste dries out a little bit. This is looking good, so next I'll add some more spices. This is cayenne, chili powder, cinnamon, cumin, garam masala, and turmeric. I'll work it in and give it a couple of minutes so the spices can bloom. The pan's smelling really good. I'm going to hit it with a bit of salt and some fresh cracked pepper. Then pour in a half cup of passata, which is strained uncooked tomato puree. To loosen it a bit, I'll add a splash of water. Then I'll drop the heat slightly and bring this to a simmer. The house is smelling pretty fantastic, and my buttered chicken's almost ready. Next, I'll add some heavy cream, followed by a bit of butter. This is just a start. More will be coming. The sauce is looking good, and it's time to add some sweetness. But first, I'm going to give it a taste to gauge how much sugar I actually need to put in. I start with 2 teaspoons, then taste again. It's good, but it needs a little bit more sweetness. So I'll add 2 more teaspoons, then taste it again. Yep, that's perfect for me. Now I can return the chicken to the pan along with all the juices. Then slap on a cover and let this cook for another 50 minutes, and that's it. And here it is, my faked butter chicken. I know I said a minute ago that more butter was coming, and I actually did add it at the end. I just forgot to film it. Oops. It'll be corrected in the written recipe. So what do we have? Tender chicken? Check. Creamy tomatoey sauce? Check. Spices? Yeah, they're there. Is it butter chicken? Hell no. Also, next time I make this, I'll add extra cream and the extra butter once the sauce has had a chance to cool down a bit. That should help with the richness because this is a little bit thin. But overall, this is not a bad substitute. Definitely better than what we had on the weekend. And I'm sure T will like it. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this episode, and as I said at the start, please let me know if you like this new format, or if I should go back to showing all the ingredients and prep first. Either way, I appreciate the support, and I'll see you next week.